Hey Frank, this morning or this afternoon rather, you guys did some water rescue training. Tell me about that. What y'all do?
Yeah, well, it's part of our heavy rescue team. We have quarterly training that we have to do, and so over a 3-day period, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, today being the last day on different shifts, they went out and actually practiced water rescue techniques.
So what was the kind of the scope of those techniques? What techniques did they practice, and what's the kind of outline, the sequence of events of those techniques?
Well, today they practice some techniques where you go out and they actually have a netting that they put on the side of the side of their inflatable raft, and if somebody was to be floating down, they could go out there, put them in the net, bring them on board. Another technique they practiced today was what they call live bait, where you actually have a person that will be in some water floating down a river. You have somebody with a life vest standing on the side with a rope attached to them, and they time it basically where they jump into the water, swim out to the person that needs to be rescued, grab a hold of them, and then the rope, basically people holding the rope, it swings them back to shore, or they can actually pull them into shore. So there's no swimming, they pretty much just pull them in. It's a lot easier on everybody. And then the last technique they practice is if you was to have like an inflatable boat or something that was to flip over, or if one of our guys was out there pulling somebody in and it actually flipped over, you have to have techniques that in the water itself you have to be able to flip that boat back over. So that's another technique that they practice today.
Now, how often do you guys find yourself having to do water rescues, and how important is it for this training to be done, at least periodically for your benefit?
Well, we have to do it periodically because it's not a skill that you use often, but it's a skill that when you need it, you need to be proficient in it. So, we've had cars run off into Big Spring Park. We've had flooding in the area. We've had several issues where we've actually had to go out and do surface water rescue. Like I said, it's not a frequent, but you do need to be proficient at it when it does happen. So, the more you practice, the better you are at it. And if you don't practice it, you forget those skills. So that's actually why we do that.